Hey guys, this is Ish.
This is Ant.
And we're Movie Minds, where we keep you up to date with all the movie news, reviews, and some shows.
Please follow us on all our social media platforms, guys. Hit the like button, the comment button, if there's any kind of button on there, just please press it. Who knows? I don't even know what all these buttons do.
Especially that red one.
Especially that one. Yeah, exactly. Notification one. Share the video. I never say to share. I never say it. And today I am saying it.
Please share.
So it's a new day. New day. Anyway. Let's get into it, man.
How's it going, guys? Let's get into some honorable
mentions. We're like in between what we're going to call this segment. We just want to kind of give everyone the lowdown about what's going on in the news so that we can get through some more information for you guys. But right now, the one that's on top, and it just came out this morning from Variety, it seems that, well, it doesn't seem, it's definitely a deal. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, just acquired the XFL, guys, for $30 million, actually. Him and his friend Danny Johnson,
split, right?
I'm sorry, Danny Garcia, purchased it. And his ex-wife, I don't know if you guys know this, but The Rock always has his ex-wife in cahoots with him and everything that he does. They were actually being able to get a divorce amicably. I guess both of them thought, hey, we're just not good for each other. The Rock remarried, and so she's still his manager, which is great, right? But they were able to get this acquisition for $30 million, $15 million The Rock, $15 million Danny Garcia. And man, that sounds like a great thing. You know about the XFL?
Yeah, well, I don't watch any type of sports because I think it's a waste of time. I'm just joking. No, it's not. It's not. You guys like what you like. I like what I like.
I love football,
but I do see the benefits of having a whole league for $15 million. What a steal. Yeah. Though I do know that the league in itself, because of COVID, it had to shut down and stuff like that. They have like 10 to 50 million debt or liability, right? So it has a small price tag, but a big chunk of debt. So it kind of makes sense, but The Rock backing it up, bunch of star power, man.
Yeah, so, I mean, this league was funded and created by Vince McMahon from the WWE back in the day. I remember one of my friends, I don't know if you watch, I'm sure you probably don't, but Sean Manuel from the 49ers used to play for the XFL. And so I remember living with him at the time. We were roommates, and he actually lost. He was unemployed when the XFL closed its doors, and I remember he was all sad. And we just really, really wish you luck, The Rock, Dwayne, whatever you want me to call you, I'll call it. But I'm really glad, dude, that it's back. I'm sure it's going to be another source of sports entertainment for the people that love football.
I'm just excited.
I love football.
I'm excited for The Rock just knocking out something else. It's just great. I mean, he's already a star in the sports field in arena. So
absolutely,
that's great. All right, guys, let's go into Hot Tops. So we have some really interesting. I know, right? Whoa,
we're gonna do the special effects pretty soon.
Yeah. So we have AMC and Universal Studios coming into cahoots or an entanglement of sorts.
Yes, an entanglement. We Jada now?
I don't know. So they have announced that they have signed up a deal that theaters from AMC and what the movies that they show from Universal Studios will be released 17 days after the theatrical release. And it's kind of shaking up some stuff. And I kind of want to know, man, like, is this a good idea? And should other studios follow suit?
It's absolutely a horrible idea to do this. It's not a good idea to do this as far as business-wise. Business-wise, it just doesn't make sense. Now, we all know that AMC has been having issues with keeping up with their bills. And this all is due to the COVID, the pandemic, because right when that happened, they were making that huge renovation of changing all their seats, making all these subscriptions to try to keep up with what was going on with Movie Pass at that point, because a lot of people were going to the movies through that. And so they were losing a lot of money through that. And since AMC is the largest theater chain out there, they were losing money. So they said, hey, you know what? We have to renovate. We have to spend all these money. They spent billions of dollars, guys. And that's what they did. And now they find themselves in a hole. And this is why they're doing that. So the deal really comes from them giving getting a 10% the studios of the movie is going to give AMC 10% for every movie that goes to VOD.
Oh, right.
And so they thought, hey, you know what? If they can make it a premium, they're going to be making the movies after 17 days after they're in the theater. They're going to be going to VOD, and those movies are going to be set at a premium price, $25, $30, who knows? And then what happens is that they're not able to make those movies when they're in that premium platform. They're not going to be able to get them to $3 to $6 to the streaming services like we're all used to buying for them until the remainder of those 3 months. So Universal is also jumped on board with AMC, and they're both doing that. But the ones that really hate them for doing this is Regal and everyone else, which Regal is one of the largest theater chains about that. So it's really treading really hard for the other ones because they're not going to be doing it. So what does that mean? Yeah.
So they're giving up a lot of shares of the profit, and it's kind of like a Hail Mary kind of last resort thing on AMC side. I think that it is a good idea to kind of give it a shot. What surprises me though is that they're even together doing this. Like Universal, I don't know if you remember.
Think it's a good idea to give it a shot?
I think it's a good idea to give it a shot. And I'll rebuttal on that, but I am surprised that they're even doing this, because if you remember with Trolls music tour, the one that went on to VOD, AMC was really mad at Universal for doing that. So they were like, "Oh, you guys, we're not showing any Universal movies and this and that." And they were even gonna threatening to not show the Jurassic World movie sequel. Anyway, just a bunch of stuff. Now they're together on this, and it's kind of crazy. My thing as to why I think it's a good idea is because people do not realize how much change has been made in the whole theater going experience. We have not opened up in 6 months, 7 months, and people are still afraid of going out and being in movie theaters. So being able to profit on those brave souls that do want to be out and about, or braver, or people that know what their how their body is, and they don't feel a big threat. They want to be in theaters, and let them be. But then being able like not allowing other viewers at home not to enjoy the new movies is kind of like, it doesn't make sense for them to not allow people to enjoy that. And so they can make a profit out of those who do not feel like they're ready to go out and about in society. And I think it's a good move. Will it work out? That's humongously debatable, because it's a big risk. But if they achieve something, I mean, it could be a big one. Also, on the flip side, to play devil's advocate on that, is that if they give up the whole rights for 17 days, then people know, oh, well, all I have to wait is 17 days to watch this film. For families, I mean, if you have like 5 kids, 6 kids, like some of you guys that I know out there that are brave souls there, you pay $20 for a premium movie, you just save yourself like $60. Yeah. $80, I
mean, it's definitely cost effective. It definitely
for
is.
Sure. But it's a lot of loss on the studio.
The only problem that I see with this whole thing, really quick before we move on to the next subject, is the fact that now that we're gonna have the ability to buy them for $25 to $20, then that really leaves a lot of the pirated movie people to be able to put this on a platform with a lot better resolution. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware of this. I'm sure you are, but a lot of people that have those kind of those avenues of being able to watch movies that haven't on their phone or on their tablet, usually those movies don't really look that good. They're kind of messed up from my understanding. And so they're not going to have that anymore, because these movies are going to be sold to $25 to $30. Now they're going to be able to invite whoever. You're going to be able to invite like a bunch of people for a party and say, hey dude, let's check out this movie together. And that's all the money that these movie theaters are going to be losing. Now, look, guys, I'm all for that part of it. Of course, I'm a moviegoer. I want to watch these movies. But I'm also all for to make sure that we keep these theaters running, and keep these theaters available to all of us. Now, do I think it's outrageous what they sell their food for? Definitely. Hopefully, but they're able to see something throughout this whole thing that they have to make this a priority to make their services a lot more affordable for people that can't do it all the time. So anyway, that's my feelings about that.
For sure. All right, guys. Well, let us know what
you guys think. Comment, subscribe, press the like button. Thank you. Yes. Alrighty then.
So the next one
we're gonna go into the Lord of the Rings. OG baby, they're back, man. They're back, and I am so stoked about this, guys. I am one of the most. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, guys. And so we got Ganthriel back, we got Elrond back, we got the Lord Sauron back to this series, taking place prequel the Lord of the Rings trilogy. What do you think about their return? And do you think that they'll be able to make a good enough story for people like us to be involved and to be indulged in this series?
Thick question you have asked. I just for warning, I just finished the trilogy.
Can you believe it?
I have lost my virginity, Lord of the Rings virginity or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
And I just want to say that I am thrilled that I was able to do this as an adult. Semi sane adult, because I really think that I unpacked a lot of things from it and I really did enjoy it. So I'm no expert whatsoever, guys. Like, I know some of you guys are, you expect me to just unpack little details about Star Wars and stuff, and I'll do that all day with Star Wars and some other science fiction stuff.
I'm like that with Lord of the Rings. I can,
but with Lord of the Rings, I have no clue. So if I say something dumb, please do not comment below. Do not like and subscribe.
No, please comment below and tell him what he said wrong.
My thing is that I'm a little disappointed.
Okay.
Now knowing how the amazing movies that
so
are
you're on one,
Rings,
right? You're on.
I did all.
Oh, you did all three
of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
I did. And I can't wait to talk about them more and watch them more because I really
stay tuned, guys. We have something special with that one.
Yes. So I'm a little disappointed to see that the actors for the series, and I know the movie is a little older now. It is older, and to have this as a series and recasting, I'm a little let down on that because I see what Disney Plus is doing. I see what HBO Max is doing with the DC universe. I see all these, streaming services that are releasing content from like a cinematic universe into the small screen in our living rooms. And I'm really disappointed to see that Lord of the Rings is not taking that same approach, especially with like characters that are like elves and they live like for millennia or they're immortal or whatever.
Yeah.
But I digress on that small little point because everything else looks and sounds amazing to me, even though there's not a lot of information.
No.
Sauron, right? Did I say that right?
Lord Sauron. Yeah.
Lord Sauron, the Dark Lord. I'm so excited to see him in this series because I'm sure it's going to happen, right? They're going in the second age, I believe, or
exactly,
something like that.
Second age,
and just to know, hopefully they go back to like origins of him and kind of do pull like a little Anakin, where they like show you the origins of the villain and how he turns and how he becomes so powerful and how he becomes just an eye that scares everyone.
Well, so Sauron was really a king before, and so when he got killed,
I want to see that.
When and so he was a soldier. So we're gonna see him, being in battle along with Elrond too. Elrond in the Lord of the Rings was also a soldier, a warrior. However, in the Lord of the Rings, he steps back and becomes more of the king of the elf in Rivendell. And so we're going to see a lot of what he did before because these people live forever, right? And so Ganriel is the lady that helped Frodo and Sam and gave them little weapons and things like that to help them along their way. And so we're going to see a lot of her story as well, which I'm super excited about because I love her. I love her character. Now, none of the characters or the actors like Kate Blanchett and then we have Hugo Weaving, they're not coming back. They're going to be recast, obviously, but the characters they play are coming back, and I'm sure they're going to get someone that fits that role. And because they're doing that, I think this particular series, I'm not going to miss, guys. I love Lord of the Rings. And I'm super excited for them to come back. And you're right, dude. Sauron coming back, everything, and how they became and how he became, Lord Sauron. It all started because of the rings.
It would be great for him to be like the protagonist of the show. That would be like some stuff, man.
I don't think they'll go that route.
Yeah, they don't.
But I'm sure he's going to have a huge role because they also talked about in the article that they're going to give him a personality. They're going to give him a role. So there's going to be a lot. So it's not just going to be all dark
yelling
and craziness. But I'm super excited about it, guys. Check it out. Lord of the Rings on Amazon once it comes back. So anyway,
let us know what you think about that.
Let us know what you think about that.
Let's go on to streaming and chill.
Stream and chill.
So this week was really, really busy, and I wish I had the time to watch this show to its entirety because I really wanted to stream it. It is Umbrella Academy season 2. Showed up with Ellen Page and some other actors that I have no idea what that is. So Umbrella Academy is based off of a comic that I have never read before, but it's about a family that are pretty much a group of kids were born on one specific day, pretty much at the same time.
Okay.
And they'll have powers. And it was done by this man that he raised them and showed them how to use their supernatural abilities. And, they were like superheroes for one moment, but then everything went south and they just all quit the superhero gig. So it got a little complicated. That's kind of like a summary of the basis of it. And it is in a plot sense, but the first season was a little boring for me. It was a little slow and I didn't really enjoy most of the series. The ending though, like the last 2-3 episodes were really solid. Like I'm really glad that I stuck it out, and all thanks to Liz because she was the one that really pushed me to do it. I was really excited, and there's a little time travel involved and stuff.
Okay, cool.
And they were pretty much time traveling. There's an apocalypse coming in. You got to save the world, right? So the first season was really great. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but the second season is out now. And the first episode, I watched it, and I thought that it was kind of like a rehash of what the first season was about. And so I'm thinking that maybe this comic is that's the way it is. And I'm okay with that because it does look really interesting and the time traveling is a lot more heavy handed. I think that this is going to be a good season. I have read a little bit of reviews here and there, and I've seen that there is a real promising season. So I'm all for it. I love episode 1. I think you guys should probably watch it because I really enjoyed it. So.
That's cool, man. I'll give it a watch. I mean, I think I've seen it promoted, but I have not seen the actual show.
It's one of the Netflix's babies. Like,
really?
They definitely have good ratings on it, and star power is kind of there too.
Oh, awesome. I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, anyway, guys, my pick for this week is gonna be a show that I've been checking out on Peacock. If you guys haven't gotten Peacock, you guys grab it. I'm not their spokesperson or anything, but this show is completely free on Peacock. You don't have to buy Peacock. It's all free, and all the seasons is there. The show that I'm talking about is called The Prophet, and it follows this guy named Marcus Lemonis and Marcus Aurelius. No,
I know,
not that, not him.
You say that right now.
Not Russell Crowe from The Gladiator. And he basically goes and helps struggling businesses. Businesses like makeup, anything any business out there he'll get into that he knows that he can make money, clothing, food, anything. And this guy, I'm telling you guys, this guy is the real deal. Like, I don't know if you guys watch Shark Tank. I love Shark Tank, by the way. This is what happens after Shark Tank ends, And so that right there to me is so interesting because I love what happens after everything. They get the deal, and this guy shows you what happens. Except he works with people that their businesses are struggling, and you guys, you come across people that spend money they don't have because they want to be in their little Mercedes Benz and they want to spend on all these things because they want to act rich when in reality they're broker than we are. And Marcus goes in there and says, what the heck is wrong with you guys? Are you guys seriously spending money from your business and putting it in as an expense for the company? This is crazy. So anyway, he makes deals with everyone.
Stepped on some toes right now.
Maybe. and he makes deals with everyone and says, hey, if you take my money, I am 100% in charge for the next week or so. And then he's going to give, and he usually really strikes deals with everyone. And sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. What's really crazy about it is that he doesn't have written contracts with them. He does everything on a handshake. Not to say that things can't, you know, he can't sue anyone because of that or anything, but he does everything on the fly kind of. And it really, it helps the show out because these people almost feel like they could get away with things just because they didn't do that, I feel. And it's not something that's emphasized in the show, but I've noticed that a lot of people that don't like him getting into their books, into their life, and they have an issue with releasing control. People that have power over something, that's probably me right there, and don't want to relinquish control over their property, over their business. And so it's hard, a lot of tears, a lot of anger, a lot of all these things, but a lot of great things happen, guys. I've learned a lot through that show as well when it comes to business. And so I'm just glad I came across it, guys, and check it out. Sweet. It's The Profit on Peacock, or it's really on NBC if you guys want to see it. Right, but anyway, Peacock.
Cool. I'm checking it out. I've been meaning to do it. It's been a crazy week.
For sure, man.
All right, guys. So let us know what you guys are watching down below, please.
Yes. And comment, please, guys. Please like you guys. We really appreciate your guys' your guys' follows, your mentions, everything, guys. And like always, and as always, stay
movie minded.
Movie minded.